Hello everybody, I'm XtraYearsofZest and welcome to today's blaster review video. And in today's video, we are going to be reviewing the Adventure Force Aeon Pro. Let's check it out. Now, for my first impressions on this box, I'm just thinking here, well, I just spent $25. And honestly, I think that I think that's a very justified purchase, considering that this is going to outperform basically every other Nerf blaster out there that is around the same price, other than the Nexus Pro, because as far as I know, the Nexus Pro has a bit more power. I haven't opened this box up yet, so let's go ahead and do that. Alright, so looking on the box here, we can see that it comes with 12 half-length Adventure Force Pro darts. And it shoots over 125 feet, which that is something I can believe just because, you know, Adventure Force so far has been completely honest with their marketing and stuff. Nerf. We can also see back here that all the different parts of it. So of course it's got a trigger. It has a safety lock just in case you're a concerned parent, and you know, if you're considering getting this for a kid, of course, you might want a safety on something that has a bit more power. It has a main ammo clip release, magazine release, I guess. And it also comes with the half-length Pro Dart adapter and a half-length Pro Dart magazine as well. And it looks like we also get one of the nozzles on top of that. Up here, we have a tactical slide. It's not just any slide. It's a tactical slide. Anyways, let's go ahead and open this thing up with our Overkill Boy Scout knife here. Alright, so everything included inside of the box. We have the Aeon Pro itself. We have our half-length Pro Dart adapter. That's the adapter. This is the magazine, my bad. We also have the Pro Darts. We have 12 of these included in the package. We also get 2 O-rings, which I thought was an interesting inclusion, but I gotta say I'm quite grateful that they actually included that. We also have our nozzle extension, as well as instructions. Now, before we get too into detail about the Aeon Pro, I just want to mention that this is a Walmart exclusive as far as I know. So I think the whole Adventure Force line is. So if you're planning on picking one of these up yourself, they are at Walmart. And it was funny because I actually went this morning to try to find one and they didn't have them anywhere on the shelves. I tried to get the staff to help me find them. And little did I know that they were on the very, very top shelf where they usually put things before they put them in stock. And so just in case you're trying to find one, be sure to check the top shelves as well, just because this is such a new blaster that they haven't exactly updated their stock. So yeah. Anyways, so once we load up our 12 half-length Pro Darts here, you can go ahead and throw them into the adapter here. There's no specific order of what you need to do here. And it's interesting because this is a top prime right here, and it's a bit of a tougher prime than most Nerf blasters. So I could see kids having a bit of an issue with this sometimes, but you know, that's just what you get for more power alongside of that. And honestly, I gotta say that if there's no doubt about it that this is going to impress me, just like the Nexus Pro already has. But if this can get tons and tons of power out of it, then I honestly have to consider this as the Retaliator killer, because not too long ago, I ended up doing a Nerf Retaliator mod to try to beef it up a little bit. And, you know, I got some pretty decent firepower out of it. So yeah, let's go ahead and test this thing out on our pain index and then go test it out on the range. All right, so we have our wonderful assistants here, Zoe and Sadie. They are going to be shooting with me just so we can figure out how bad does it hurt to get shot by the Aeon Pro. So Zoe, go ahead and take your stance over there. I'm just gonna stand right here. You missed.
Dang
Are
it.
you aiming for headshots? That
No. Okay, hold on.
that hits the plant right there.
Hold on. This is hard to pull back. This is one of a really hard one.
So you're having a hard time pulling it back and then pushing it up again?
Yeah.
Alright, so you have to pull it back all the way. Looks like we got a jam right here too, so
Here's one
yeah. Go ahead and load that in there. And yeah, it's jammed. Alright, so interestingly enough, Zoe had quite a problem trying to pull it back and then push it forward. So overall, I'm thinking so far that it might not be as user-friendly as the Nexus Pro, but we'll go ahead and see how bad it hurts. So take another shot at it. Try not to aim for my head, okay?
Okay.
Ooh! Ow!
At least I got you that time, right?
Yeah, okay, so this time I'm gonna pull it back myself because it seems to be a bit harder for younger kids. Sadie, go ahead and take your shot at it.
Don't aim at his phone.
Jeez. Well, just like the Nexus Pro, it's interesting because, you know, with such high velocity bullets coming at you, you can definitely hear them like right past you. So if anything, it's scary if somebody misses you because, you know, if you hear that little then you should probably run away. Anyways, let's test this thing out on the range. All right, so for our range test today, we're gonna go ahead and try out the included half-length darts. And then I also loaded up some standard Adventure Force waffle darts and a 10-round Nerf magazine. Let's go ahead and test this out. Firing the half-length darts that hit all the way back at the fence over there. Granted, I'm firing kind of at an angle to try to see if I can get as much of a flat shot as possible. That still is pretty dang good range considering, you know, as far as I know, nobody in a Nerf arena is gonna fire just completely flat. That hit all the way back over there. Just barely missing. That one hit all the way back there. All the way back there. All right. I don't know if that was 10 shots or not. No, it wasn't. Let's go ahead and load up our 10 waffle darts in here. This is in a standard Nerf 10 dart magazine. That got some decent range, about like firing flat. Not as accurate, but still decent range. That one flew very, very good. I don't know if it caught the wind. That one was weird. And that one was kind of weird as well. See, and I feel like this is the only downside to these Pro blasters is that once you start using the different ammo, it still has that power that, you know, you want to get across the range, but, you know, since it's flying so far, I don't know if these are like bent darts or anything. I don't believe so. But since you're shooting them at such power, let's try firing it. Since you're shooting them with such power, you're honestly losing a lot of accuracy with it. So let's go ahead and test it inside. So before I go too into depth about the Aeon Pro, a lot of you guys reached out to me on my comment section on a more recent video where I did an update on my Adventure Force Spectrum, and you said how the Nexus Pro had a problem with the 18 dart magazine from Nerf. So to demonstrate that, it definitely has a problem. Basically what happens is this notch right here keeps it from completely loading inside the Nexus Pro. So that is kind of a problem. Now my hopes with the Aeon Pro is that that problem is fixed. So let's go ahead and load it up in here. And it locks in just in, wait. Woo! That's fantastic. So they fixed that. That is great. So basically that just goes to show that pretty much any magazine, as far as I know, is going to work with this. Like you can get both a regular Nerf magazine or some sort of half-length dart in this thing. It works great. Now for the big boy 25 dart magazine, it goes in just fine, comes out just fine. So that was my problem with the Spectrum, was the 25 dart magazine couldn't come out because to unload the magazine, the lever kind of butted up against it, so that was a huge problem. Overall, I really have to say that this blaster is yet another one of those blasters that goes to show that Adventure Force really is starting to know their stuff. And I think Lord Dracs Mod definitely had say in how this blaster should be made, because holy cow, it's absolutely fantastic. Ergonomics are great. I'm really not sad that there isn't a stock on this, because I think this would make for a very, very good sidearm alongside of the Nexus Pro, especially since, you know, you can get both those full and half-length darts in there. Now, should you buy this blaster if you're considering buying it? Well, if you're a first-time user or a bit of a smaller kid, I wouldn't recommend getting it actually, just because it's not as user-friendly, demonstrated by Zoe. She had a huge problem with trying to prime the blaster here on the top. However, if you don't have a problem with priming blasters here on the top, you have a little bit more strength, then you know you shouldn't have any problem with this blaster. It performs out. It does absolutely outstanding performance here. Of course, it's not as powerful as the Nexus Pro, but for $25, which is basically cutting the Nexus Pro in half, you're getting the blaster, 12 of those half-length darts, and the magazine and adapter to load those in. So overall, again, with Adventure Force, you are getting value with this. So if you are a second-time user, and the reason I say second time, if you have some sort of other magazines or anything from other blasters, then yeah, I'd recommend this. However, if you're a first-time user, of course, it's going to be a little bit weird to try to adapt to using those half-length darts that are only included with the Aeon Pro. There aren't any full-length darts that come with this, so that is really my only other gripe with this. Overall, I gotta say, a solid 8 out of 10 blaster. It's right up there with the Nexus Pro. You get outstanding performance, but you know, there are a couple of problems with it. For $25, it's got some fantastic value alongside of that. I believe that was the same price as the Spectrum actually. You're getting more range, but the Spectrum is also a battery-fed blaster, so it's gonna be pretty much automatic. Shoot it as fast as you want. Overall, power, performance, just everything, wow. Another fantastic blaster by Adventure Force. Hands down, one of the best blasters out there on the market. Definitely second place compared to the Nexus Pro. Anyways, guys, if you enjoyed this video, please consider leaving a like down below and comment what you think you like best about the Aeon Pro. Honestly, this is such a fantastic blaster, and I think that since this is one of the newer ones coming to the community, this is yet another thing to talk about. So honestly, absolutely fantastic blaster. But yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please comment down below. I really think one of the best parts about doing these Nerf videos is talking to my community. It really is definitely one of the best parts about doing this whole hobby of YouTube. Definitely talking to you guys is absolutely fantastic. Also, alongside of that, if you're not subscribed to the channel, please consider subscribing down below by hitting that red icon. Also, alongside of that, go ahead and hit that bell icon to be notified when we make new videos. Also, if you subscribe right now, we are doing a free custom hoodie giveaway, which will be ending on October 8th. So subscribe now so we don't miss out on that giveaway. Anyways, that's going to be all for today. I'll see you guys next time.